Alright, I'm doing something I haven't done in a while. It's just a normal commentary. I don't know what gameplay is going to be on the video. It's probably just going to be like me surfing in Counter-Strike or something. On August 29th, Nintendo announced their new 3DS. And there's not really much of a difference than the previous ones. It has a new analog stick added to it and two new buttons on the back. The analog stick's on the right side with the ABXY buttons. It's right above that. It's really small. And the new buttons are on the back. It's ZL and ZR, so I'm guessing it's going to be underneath of the L and R buttons, or just like a little bit inward. And that's really all they added. It was just 3 buttons, and that's not really that much of a big improvement. They also added a more powerful processor inside, so it can perform better in games, which would be important for like Super Smash. That game coming out, this one might be able to play it in like better frames, because they were messing with the frames, having the background be 30 and then the fighting be in 60. Maybe this one could run it all in 60. So they would probably make like another version just for the Super Smash. It's going to be available in both the regular and XL models. But the size of the screen is going to be very similar to what's out on the 3DS right now. So it's pretty much just the normal 3DS, but with the additional analog stick, more powerful processor, CL and ZR buttons. And the main thing that they improved, at least in my opinion, would be the fact that it has a larger viewing range when you have the 3D turned up, which if you play with the 3D on the 3DS right now, if you move your head around a little bit, you can see it like sort of like overlap. You can see how the 3D works, and it's pretty annoying. But since the viewing range is now increased, it's a lot more better. It's a lot more better. Should not say that. It's a lot better. There we go. Good stuff. It's a lot better than currently, because if you move your head around, which you probably will, I mean, it's a portable game. You're going to be in like a different position. Like if you're on like an airplane or like sitting in the back of a car or something, you're going to be in a different position. You might not be directly looking at it. So that's pretty important to have it set up like that. Anyway, like the Japanese one, it's scheduled to release in October of this year. Like they also added a micro SD card slot and camera improvements and a brightness adjustment sensor. So like nothing huge. The micro SD card slot and camera improvements are the only one like really important there. They also added like colorful face buttons, which doesn't change at all for me because I'm not looking at the buttons when I play. It doesn't make a difference, at least not in my opinion. So the Japanese 3DS is scheduled to be released in October of this year. A US release date has not been set yet, but the main thing about this is that it's region locked. You can't have it imported over to the US and be able to play it here. So also if you get like a US model of the new Nintendo 3DS LL or the regular one, it's region locked. You can't play games made in Japan or Japanese exclusive games. You can't have those shipped over here and play them, which is a pretty big disappointment. They sold 32 million of the like original 3DS and 3DS XL lineup, and with the new Nintendo 3DS having some games that can only be played on the new one, that's pretty upsetting, because they sold 35 million of the original one, so they're gonna have to sell an additional 35 million of these if they would want people to play the games. And that just doesn't really sound too reasonable considering they're making so many. Like if you look at the 2DS sales, it's not even close to the 3DS and the 3DS XL sales. So this might sell alright, but until they get big releases on it, I don't think it's going to do too well. Like if they make exclusives just to be played on the new Nintendo 3DS, like if they made an updated Super Smash, like I was saying, with the different frame rates being fixed and it's all just in 60, or if they were to make like another Pokemon game, like Pokemon, the Omega, and what was it? It was Omega and something else, like the 3DS versions of Ruby and Sapphire for the 3DS LL and new 3DS. That would probably increase sales a lot, so they'll probably do that. And other big titles, I can't really think of any right now, but just other big titles will probably increase the sale. So I'm a little disappointed with them releasing a newer one that's like the next gen, I guess. It's more of it's current gen, but it's also set up for next gen because there's going to be titles that can only be played on it. I also don't know if it's backwards compatible. It definitely should be. If it's not backwards compatible, then that's going to be really disappointing because you're going to be buying a new system and not even be able to play the games you had for your previous one when all this one added was 4 buttons and it's more powerful. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can really think of. I don't know. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you guys liked it, be sure to give it a like. If you guys want to subscribe, then go ahead. I don't really know what to say here because I haven't done one of these in a while. It feels pretty strange. So, yeah, goodbye.